Great rise and beautiful beings, great rise and beautiful beings. This is a black video, okay? This is a black screen video. This is specifically audio. Sometimes it's not meant for you to look at the person explaining something, but actually to receive the information, the guidance, the wisdom, knowledge, the learning experience. Sometimes it's just meant for you to sit back and relax and listen, observe, allow things to sink in a little bit. Okay, take notes. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible unless things start to unload, download, I start to receive more intel information on the fact, okay? Now, we got to be very mindful of objects, okay? There's different levels to objects, okay? We got nanoparticles, we got nanodust, we got fibers, okay? People are monitoring us on so many levels, okay? You even got aliens and entities and parasites, parallel, paragard, paranoia. Like, they're monitoring us, and you think, like, what's watching me? And the thing might be inside of you, right? Okay. So, right now is a crucial time not to wear human hair or horse hair. Like, synthetic hair, okay. But anything coming from another human is really not the time to wear right now. Especially for the goddesses of the United States. Okay, this is crucial. Hear me out. Hear me out. We're talking about monitoring objects here. We're talking about monitoring spirits here. Who was that who said, I forget who said that, I think that was Brother Polite. Oh my God, not Polite. The bald-headed guy in New York with the Baphomet symbol behind him. Oh my goodness, be with Bobby Hemmett all the time, or talks about Bobby Hemmett. He did an interview with Bobby Hemmett. I can't think of his name, but somebody awakened me to see something when he was like, they cut their hair off and they sacrifice their hair to the gods. And he said the gods are you in the United States. The people who get the hair are the people in the United States. So the gods are you. So we already got the cell phones monitoring us, cameras, devices. We got nanoparticles and synthetic fibers that all correlate and triangulate with cell phone towers, your body, through biometrics, okay? But then you have the echelon of this, the people who, or the entities who are higher up, okay? Everybody want the milk and honey, okay? And what better way for an entity to monitor a god is by sharing a part of themselves with the god. So all the goddesses in the United States need to reflect a minute. All the conscious ones that are very aware. Okay? You might want to stop receiving objects, especially that belong to other entities, living entities, at this precious time. This is a precious time where you do not want to receive objects, especially hair, skin, blood, from other entities, other beings, because they're going to monitor you. Truthfully, they're going to sacrifice you. They know the ins and outs of you through monitoring, channeling. You're literally wearing it on your head So they're able to control your crown. They're able to control how you receive information from source energy. Say it again, revereskye. They're able to monitor how you receive information from source energy, from your God, from your higher power, from your oversoul, from source, deep within the vast of the cosmos, the omniverse, the universe, the multiverse, all of it. Goddesses within the United States are allowing other countries to monitor them through their psyche. I'll give you another example. For some reason at work, they started to try to put objects on me. Let me explain. So we got a new system, so they started printing out new types of paperwork where the driver would have a copy and the customer you're going to would have a copy. So the customer would have a little stack of papers, about 5 or 6 papers, but the person processing the paperwork kept putting paper clips on each customer. Listen now, paper clips. So I'm like, the paper clips are clustering up with other paperwork. Like, imagine having 17 stops and each stack of papers has a paper clip on it. And then my stack of papers for each customer, I don't have all that paperwork. I just have one bill that they sign. So I take back home to the office. They were all in one stack. So finally I went in the office. I pulled the paperwork out. I sat beside the lady and I said, you know, these all have their own little stack, right? I said, hand me the stapler. So I took the paper clip off and started stapling the papers together. The next stack, stapling the papers together. I said, the only stack that should have paper clips is my stack. Okay? Because I have to bring these bills back and it's only one sheet per paper for customer. She said, that's how you want me to do it? I said, yeah. I said, why do you have all these paper clips? What do we need all these objects for? I said it just like that. And I went in my truck and every paper clip I found, I threw in the trash can. Every paper clip. So, but I do not keep the paper clips. I either put them back in the folder and give them back to them. One time I found one of them paper clips in my house on the floor. So I guess I took a bunch of bags out. Maybe, you know how you got a catch-all bag? So I had a catch-all bag that was from my cubby. And I noticed one of the paper clips was on the floor. So as soon as I seen that paper clip, I disposed of it. And I'm trying to explain to you, we're dealing with different levels of spying, stalking, monitoring spirits. Okay? So the next time I got my paperwork, she had everything stapled accordingly. And the only stack of paper that had a paper clip on it was the stack that I had to bring back to my company, the bills, the signed bills. And that was so much better, okay? Because paper clips was going everywhere. Monitoring spirit. Okay, so in phase 2, they used to give us gift cards and stuff, little trinkets and stuff. Well, they gave me a black bracelet, like, it wasn't that cheap, but one old man called it bubblegum machine, right? It was nice, okay? Like a stainless steel turtle with the black string that was adjustable, and on the ends it had 2 stainless steel balls. And it read, the little note that come with the jewelry read, make a wish, and when this bracelet break, your wish will come true. Listen clearly, babies. Listen. Listen. Remember, we're talking about objects, monitoring spirits, okay? The last thing I'm going to do is make a wish with an object where I'm having problems with people at work. Okay? That's the last thing you could do, is allow someone to steal your destiny or attempt to, or block your blessings or block your wishes. Every time you make a wish, every time you blow out candles, every time you have sex, they're monitoring your MO. They're monitoring what you are. You're actually getting, listen clearly, you're actually getting your king or your God prepared to date these women. Say it again. When you wear all this, don't get me wrong, I will wear it every blue moon, but I'm telling you, this is not the time. This is not the time. Listen clearly. When you wear this superficial look, when you wear this universal look, because we don't look like them, we are gods. So when you wear this universal look to look like them, you're priming your counterpart. You're priming your king. You're priming your boyfriend, your husband, to want the real deal. They're smelling their hair. So when they come around or they come to the United States, they feel like they already know them. They already been around their energy. It's no threat. You've invited it into your home. Say it again, revereskye. When the enemy, remember, it's all about conquering the woman in the United States. Their job is to keep the man occupied while the woman becomes conquered by the alpha. I don't know why I want to say alpha draconic, but by the alpha of our demise. Okay? The job is to occupy the male principle of the gods in the United States so that the woman, the goddess of the United States, becomes vulnerable, and she's then rescued by her own oppressor. She's then valued by her own oppressor. Have y'all, you can't go wrong with this. Haven't you noticed that foreign men, okay, natural hair women, kinky hair women, Afrocentric women, dreadlock women, natural wearing hair women, haven't you noticed when you wear your natural hair and you meet a Caucasian man, a foreign man, he respects your beauty for who you are, the kinky hair. It's your own men in your own environment that do not respect your beauty. But the people that have been looking at the fake shit on TV, when they come here and they actually see the naturalness, they are in awe. They can't believe that we still exist. They can't believe it. All the bullshit they shoot to them on TV, how the president hair look, how the vice president hair look, and then when they get here, they see afros, dreadlocks, beautiful glowing skin, stallions. You don't think they like, oh my God, I've been watching the TV and the TV do not show you. Listen, so remember the monitoring spirits. Remember how this shit about to go down. You're wearing the product that's gonna cause your man to go somewhere else, or your potential man to go somewhere else. You're getting him ready to allow the enemy in his house. Yeah. I'm talking about this. I'm delegating, right? I'm delegating this guidance to protect us. It's not racism. It's not race. It's saying, if you want to continue to exist, if you want your bloodline to continue to exist so that your generations to come can tap into your energy, you're going to have to rethink your position in life. You're going to have to rethink what you're bringing into your household. Objects, everything, from TV, cell phones, everything. You're going to have to rethink it. So that bracelet, I destroyed that bracelet and disposed of it. Like, nothing about these people at work are for my higher good. If they were for my higher good, I wouldn't be trying to think about where's my next move. When am I moving? You get what I'm saying? Why would I make a wish with an object of my enemy? And that's being straight up. See, I went on and put the shit out there on the line. I said, when I destroyed it, I did a long speech about why I was destroying it. Do you think I wanted to destroy a bracelet that had a turtle on it? No. See, that's why they thought I would fall weak, because I'm from Turtle Island. And then what makes it so bad? The one that tried to attack me the most was actually wearing the same bracelet. So she was trying to do a monitoring spirit energy swap. Yes, she was. She was trying to monitor me through an energy swap. Through an actual object. So imagine when you wear someone else's hair, how much they got to gain. Remember, these people are not around so many cell phones and towers. They're tapping into nature so they can channel things and monitor things a bit more advanced. Okay? They're not susceptible to plumbing water, fluoride. Their pineal gland is working. They're able to see what you're doing. They're able to see how you treat your man, how you live, all that, channeling their hair. So just know, when your trend is a weapon against you, it's a weaponized agenda, especially on a high spiritual level. Be mindful of the objects that you receive from people. Be very mindful of that. I'll give you one last example. I was ordering little samples of herbs to go in my cubby. I just needed them. You know, you might want to do a little hocus pocus or something. So I was receiving little samples of herbs. But the lady shop that I got this from on Etsy, she decided to voluntarily give me a purple candle. A dressed purple chime candle. I threw it away. And the reason why I threw it away, and I think I'm going to quit giving people gifts too, but see, I'm not trying to monitor nobody. It never even dropped my mind to try to monitor nobody. I ain't got time to try to monitor nobody, right? But I used to love giving gifts with things I sell. But now I'm becoming a little suspect, because I ordered herbs from this lady And she gave me a purple chime candle, the one that stand up and you stick it to a plate. And I say purple deals with your crown chakra, your psyche, your mind. And I was in my shop and I said, don't you burn that candle. That's what the voice told me. Don't you burn that candle. This person's gonna be spying on you. And I never burnt the candle. Throw it away. And that's how you're supposed to do it. Because 9 out of 10, that person... See, some of these races of people have different powers that have not been jammed. Their frequency have not been jammed. See, the study has been on us. How to monitor us, how to control us, how to manipulate us, how to deviate us off our soul journey and path. So just know, you're priming when you wear that long, beautiful, wavy hair down to your butt. That big, voluptuous, curly hair down to your butt. That straight wig, straight root hair. You're priming the men around you to be prepared for these people, these entities to come. They'll be ready for them. It will seem natural. When they get the pheromones and scents, it won't be offensive. They won't feel like a threat. Because, see, you've already brought that energy into your household. You know, I don't know any better way to explain it. Like I say, I'm not racist, but I got a right to it. I got a right to guide a certain breed of people to see beyond the trend, beyond the beauty, beyond the superficial look. Because when these foreign men see us, they see a goddess. They see beauty. They see, they also see a threat. They're intimidated. Like, when they see a natural woman, when they see a natural woman, they can't believe you still exist. Like, where does nappy hair woman come from? Where does the natural hair woman come from? They won't even hold the door open. They'll hold the door open for another man, but then when they see you, they let the door go. So you got the ones that look forward to seeing us over here, and you got the ones that can't believe we're still living. Like, they don't show that on TV. What is that? Who are they? The originals, right? So that's all I wanted to say. Be mindful. This is the time to worry about objects being gifted to you. Like, I'm going to give you one last example, then I'm going to go. The person may not be psychologically able to channel you, but the energy transference, where you transfer currency, you transfer objects. I left some earrings with a guy one time, and I texted him and said, hey, I think I left my earrings. If you find them, throw them away. I'm not trying to channel. I'm not trying to do nothing. Throw the motherfuckers away. Okay? I wasn't even trying to leave them. Like, I don't want to have to buy them again. The fuck? Left my goddamn earrings. Well, anyway. The person may not be strong enough to channel you themselves, but the entities around them use the objects to keep that portal and keep that communication open, that line of communication open. Remember, it's bigger and better than you. It's beyond you. It's beyond the physical. Okay? So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free. Mwah.